Everybody, anonymous cues. So we've got perimenopausal, and I've got itchy ears and dizziness. And why is it so much worse? Oh, there's so many explanations. Anyway, there's not so many explanations, but one of the explanations is lack of estrogen. All right, so dizziness, right, and itchy ears comes from a lack of estrogen, as everything comes from usually lack of estrogen or lack of progesterone. All right, so this is lack of estrogen, right? So the itchy ear thing is usually when estrogen comes out our cells. Remember, estrogen is in every cell in our body. We get dry skin, all right, and that makes our ears itch. But also, you could have just more earwax, which, believe it or not, is actually due to lack of estrogen, all right? So for itchy ears, I am constantly walking about like a fucking spaniel that's come out the water with my finger in my ears, all right? So get yourself to the pharmacist. You probably don't need to make a doctor's appointment unless you're in for your annual review, and then ask them, all right? Get yourself to the pharmacist and ask if they can give you like a wee cream just to stick inside, all right? I'm sure you don't need a lecture on cotton buds and how often we shouldn't put them in our ears, but I'm always like, I could literally stick a cotton bud in my ear every single day, all right? And it's a fight to not do that, so don't do that. Go to the doctors or the pharmacist, right, and get something to dry up or to give you a wee bit more moisture, all right? So itchy ears, yes, it is actually a symptom, and yes, also another thing that I've noticed is, I don't know if any of you swim or not, but water gets in my ear and stays in my ear now. So maybe if you are a swimmer, think about getting yourself a set of earplugs. All right, but the more you put a cotton bud in, the more you will aggravate it and the more you will make it worse. All right, so you probably just need a little bit of a cream to help with the itching for the inside of your ears. All right, excellent. Right, dizziness. All right, two reasons why this happens, right? So our ear and nose canals, right, is called our vestibular system, all right? The canals and everything in the back of our head, right, have fine hairs. So they're all lined with fine hairs, right? And this is what tells us like what way our head is facing and whether we're upside down or not, right? So the older we get, those hairs dry up and they crack, right? Which means the body and the brain can't really compute sometimes why we're upside down or why we're not upside down, or motion is all connected to motion sickness as well, all right? So if you have noticed that you've started getting vertigo, or it feels like the floor's moving, or you can't go upside down anymore, or you just feel like your head's spinning, etc., right, it's probably due to the vestibular system, right? Now, there's not a lot that we can do about it, right? However, there are the usual things that we need to do, all right? So for this vertigo thing and stuff, right, the other thing that might be happening is the lack of estrogen in our cells affects our blood pressure, and it affects the circulation of our blood. Right now, I have really cold fingers and toes now, and have done for about 2 months, and it never used to be a thing, right? And it is a symptom as well. All right, so lack of estrogen. This vestibular system, by the way, right, isn't really anything to do with lack of estrogen. Sorry, I should have said that. That's just us getting old, that the hairs all crack and it struggles when we're upside down and stuff, all right? But that is why we used to be able to go on the waltzer when we were younger, and we can't do it now. It's why we used to be able to run over a bridge and it never used to bother us. It's why I can't sit in a car wash now when the things move, because it makes me feel like like I've got vertigo, all right? That's just generally old age. That's nothing to do with lack of estrogen and the menopause and stuff, all right? But lack of estrogen does constrict our blood vessels, and it plays havoc with our blood pressure, which is why you might be going dizzy, all right? So that is a thing. And also, it can also induce migraines as well, all right? So it is a thing. Keep your water, right? Stay hydrated. You might think that that is a no-brainer, and you might also think that I just use any excuse to bang on about water, whereas I don't, right? Water, lack of water can make you feel dizzier, all right? Your body needs water, so get your water in, all right? Eat a balanced diet. Again, when our blood sugars are all over the place because we've been eating shit, so it spikes, and then we didn't eat enough, so it drops, blah, 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 all right? That can obviously make you feel dizzy as well, so Sort your diet out, alright? Try and keep your blood sugar levels nice and stable. You don't really need to cut anything out. You just need to be sensible, alright? Balanced diet, exercise and getting hot and sweaty does a massive benefit for the perimenopause symptoms, alright? It helps regulate our body temperature for a start, which is really, really, really good, alright? It also regulates our blood sugar levels, which is really, really good. Both of those things, if they're out of control, can cause dizziness, so keep an eye on that, alright? Mindfulness and breathing techniques. If you go dizzy, right, it can totally freak you out. You can start having a panic attack, you can start hyperventilating, and you just go round in big circles, alright? So doing mindfulness, doing your journaling, sitting in a dark room for 10 minutes and taking some time out is massively helpful, alright? So please do that. Breathing techniques, box breathing, it's when you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was your lungs, by the way, or your stomach, alright? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in for 4, out for 4, alright? In a quiet room can be very, very helpful. If it continues and it's really, really, really bad, make a doctor's appointment, alright? As always, shout if you need anything. Bye.